Core value number 3, continuous growth. We never stop learning. We constantly improve ourselves, products, services, and operations. So let me dig under this continuous growth value because it's so important. And why is it so important to be kind of growing, learning, improving all the time? One of my favorite quotes is from a Greek philosopher named Heraclitus. And the quote is, "No man ever steps in the same river twice," because the river is not the same and the man is not the same. I love that analogy, right? Both, right? A body of water is just constantly, right? There's flow, there are waves, whatever. Same with a person. That idea that kind of I can just stay the same is simply false. Everything within me and around me is moving. So we need to be constantly growing, right? As a law firm, laws are changing all the time. People are changing, both kind of like personnel, the court system personnel, clients, and what they expect, and sort of the norms of society, right? We're changing all the time. The marketplace in terms of business is constantly changing. Technology, huge, right? Fast change. So we are committed to continuous growth. And kind of how do we practice that? What does it really look like here at our firm? Number one is we are members of and investing big time in sort of professional communities and professional coaching. Because, right, the outside inputs to me as a business owner and to our team is really a huge way that growth is encouraged. Right, I'm in a law firm kind of consulting community, coaching community. I am in, and our attorneys are part of various bar associations. So, you're getting kind of that legal input. You're getting the more like legal specific input, more kind of like business input. And, I'm constantly involved with kind of like smaller groups, maybe like a mastermind group of other small business people and other attorneys on kind of like, iron sharpening iron. So that's one way that we practice kind of that continuous growth, or some of the coaching investments and professional communities that we're involved in. Secondly, we have internal incentives and internal resources, again, to support the continuous growth of our firm. What do I mean? We have things like Slack. We have channels where communication happens, so that really the entire team, the half dozen people who are working at our firm, right? It's not just a little silo of what do I know, but there's great shared information through our Slack and Google Spaces channels. At our monthly staff meeting, another way to encourage growth and learning is, one of our agenda items every month is, what am I learning? Again, bringing what I and other people are learning together out into the open. So it's not just held by, in my mind and not shared with everybody else working at the firm. We have a great resource, a great digital resource and community called the Illinois Practice of Family Law that we subscribe to. So we're constantly getting the updates on, frankly, everything related to Illinois family law, cases being decided. We have a huge digital library beyond that. That's a paid product, the Illinois Practice of Family Law. But you know what? We have like 15 years of CLEs, continuing legal education seminars, articles, etc., that are available to everyone in our firm, not to mention, as a firm that's been around for 16, 17 years now, we have thousands of former cases, that people can look at, but also simply that experience of thousands of cases. So how do we practice continuous growth? We are part of professional organizations and communities. We incentivize it and provide resources internally. And then I guess lastly would be cutting edge technology. I mean, are we at the same level of some Silicon Valley company? Probably not. But let me talk about what we do have and that I think is very progressive as a law firm. We have a cloud-based law practice management software, and you as a client have an individual client portal. So, everything's paperless. You're logging in to see invoicing, court orders, pleadings. You can at any time, 24/7, access what's going on in your case. We have a cloud-based phone system. So, right, all of our team can access their law firm phone. We're very text forward because, again, that's all part of our phone system now. So yeah, you have a client portal. We're cloud-based with our phones, with our digital storage, right? I mean, you don't need to be dropping off documents, right? We can be sharing everything with you virtually. We are totally virtual, totally cloud-based, access everything anywhere. Okay. So those are some of the ways we practice this value of continuous growth, because let me mention a couple things. What is bad representation? What do you want to run away from? If you see a lawyer with a bunch of like client files around them, either in like a virtual setting or if you're in their office, that's somebody who's very technology backward. And literally, I still run into attorneys who don't in court appearances who don't even know how to share the screen in a Zoom meeting. And you know what? That isn't just being like an old fuddy-dud on technology. That's going to hurt your case. You need a lawyer who is committed to continuous growth. We value continuous growth, and we promote it and we incentivize it at our firm.